We'll be tracking average temperatures as we move throughout the next several days, but could we see at least a little bit of a cool down? We'll talk about why we might see a little bit of cool down coming up in just a few more minutes. Stay tuned.
Need a faster way to stay informed during emergencies? I'm Melissa Trevino in Jim Wells County, learning about a revamped tool in this county designed to help residents stay connected and informed when it matters the most.
I'm Gita Strayer. Coming up, why some food truck vendors are pushing back against a new state law.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Michelle Hoffman. Brian Hoffman will actually be in later tonight covering the DNC. Meteorologist Stephen Jones is off, but we do have Katie Frazier with a look at your forecast.
Good morning, folks. I'm meteorologist Katie Frazier here with your forecast today. We're looking at more of the same. Not too many weather changes here across the coastal bend as we move throughout the next couple days. But that doesn't mean you should stop watching already. We do have important details for you. Today, of course, we're looking for more sunshine. We're looking at hot conditions, breezy as well. We'll talk about how breezy it will get in just a few more minutes here. But tomorrow, very similar, and the next several days this week will be quite similar as well. Of course, there will be some minute changes. We'll break those down in just a few more minutes here. As far as the rest of your morning goes, we're looking at high 70s, low 80s pretty quickly here, and then many of us in the 90s for us this afternoon. Again, plenty of sunshine today, not looking at any rain chances, but when will rain return? When will we have any cool downs? We'll talk about that coming up in just a few.
Your commute may also have a couple of slowdowns in this area due to construction, depending on your route, especially if you take the Saratoga route. TxDOT crews are already at work on it between Weber and Castores as they're building several left-turn bays with activity affecting medians near Weber Road, Jefferson Street, Evans Road, and Mary Carroll High School. Important note for you, left turns are not going away, but the setup is being redesigned to make them safer and more visible.
I'm Melissa Trevino with Jim Wells County officials who are encouraging residents to sign up for the Be Alert system. It's designed to keep citizens and local officials connected with real-time updates and important notifications during emergencies or disasters. For Jim Wells County resident Brian Burns, staying informed during emergencies is important. He remembers experiencing Hurricane Celia as a young child, long before emergency alerts could be sent directly to the phone in your hand.
Knocked down trees and everything. It was scary stuff. But of course I was real young.
Burns says today's technology can help keep people safe before dangerous conditions strike.
So I think it's a good idea to keep people alerted on what the temperature is going to be and what's going to be the hottest time of the day. So those are good things, and it's for safety, especially older people and younger kids.
In 2024, I told you about HyperReach, an alert system for the county. However, it didn't work the way officials expected.
We lost a lot of customers with the HyperReach because they weren't able to edit the alerts. We shouldn't have to get an alert at 3 o'clock in the morning saying that there's going to be a heat advisory at 5 p.m.
The new Be Alert system allows users to receive customized notifications from weather threats to community events. It's a system that continues to evolve.
The beauty about this system is it's one system that you can sign up, whether you work in Orange Grove, live in Orange Grove, work in Alice, work in the county, anywhere, even in Fremont. No matter where you're at in the county, you can sign up, you can customize, and you can get the messages that are important to you as an individual.
Jim Wells County Emergency Management coordinators tell me that flexibility is one of the biggest advantages of the new platform. Users can select alerts for hail, strong winds, thunderstorms, tornado warnings, and flash flooding without receiving notifications they don't want. The alert system is free, and officials say it is a life-saving system straight to your phone. Reporting in Jim Wells County, I'm Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.
Hey everybody, I'm Drew Bishop, and a string of violence at this Stripes in downtown Corpus Christi is causing concern for neighbors and city leaders. And more importantly, it's triggering the question, what can they do to fix it?
Last week, we reported on an assault that happened in May at this downtown Stripes. An arrest was made, but it's not the only documented violent incident at this location. Multiple videos circulating on social media show a pattern of fighting outside the convenience store.
I'm outside the North Water Apartments, which are right behind the Stripes, and I spoke to a neighbor who didn't want to go on camera, but told me his truck has been egged, damaged. He says that something is always happening down here, and it's usually not very good.
When I showed city leaders the videos, they all agreed this needs to be fixed. But what solutions did they suggest?
You know, I've been a really big proponent of police officers that make rounds on bikes.
It's very difficult for anyone to control that unless you have an officer out there or security.
Having undercover officers in regular clothing.
Work with the Corpus Christi Police Department and work with their Neighborhood Watch program.
So what is CCPD doing in response to these incidents? I met with Deputy Chief of Operations, Donald Moore, who says after making an arrest in the first incident, they're investigating another. But for police, 911 calls are more helpful than Facebook Reels.
You know, they post it on social media, but they don't call us. And if we don't know about it, you know, aside from, you know, being in the right place at the right time, it's hard for us to combat that.
Deputy Chief Moore says there's already a heavy police presence downtown. But after the mayor contacted them about the first incident, and more have popped up since, they're adding more resources to combat the violence.
Putting overtime officers on bikes, that's something else that's going to happen here pretty soon. We're already bringing our violent crime unit and our gang unit downtown, especially on weekends when we have bars and stuff like that and closings.
But CCPD is still telling residents, if they see something, say something.
For example, the poster of these videos, I mean, it's fine to post them on social media, but how about giving us a call so we can come down there and take care of it?
Reporting for Chris 6 News, I'm Drew Bishop.
Fire investigators still have not been able to determine what sparked a 2-alarm fire yesterday evening at a Flower Bluff area apartment complex. That fire happened just after 6 p.m. at the Sugar Tree Apartments. When fire crews arrived, flames could be seen coming from the second and third floor of one of the units. The fire was in the attic space on the second and third floor. Firefighters got in under control before it could spread. Unfortunately, 12 apartment units received heavy smoke damage. The Red Cross and apartment management helped relocate the residents of those units. There were no injuries.
The Democratic State Convention kicks off today right here in Corpus Christi from the Hilliard Center downtown. Today, Democratic House nominee Bobby Polito will be performing at the convention at 7 p.m. On Friday, Texas Senate nominee James Tallarico will be taking the stage to speak at the event, and that's at 9 p.m. And on Saturday afternoon, Bernie Sanders will make an appearance at the convention as he's set to speak at 1 p.m. Corpus Christi city leaders want you to celebrate America's 250th birthday safely. The city will hold several events next Friday, including a food festival at Water's Edge Park and the mayor's Big Bang fireworks show at 9:30. There will be extra patrols downtown and on beaches, and first responders say leave the explosives to the professionals.
It is illegal to own or transport fireworks within the city limits. And that can be up to a $2,000 fine per package. So it's really not worth the risk of bringing them in.
Fireworks are allowed outside city limits. Just make sure you have a fire extinguisher nearby. And if you need a ride downtown next week, the Regional Transportation Authority will offer free shuttle rides to the festivities.
I'm Gita Strayer on the South Side. A new state law will replace local food truck health permits with one statewide license. But one local food truck owner says he still has concerns about what this means for his business.
Starting July 1st, the Food Truck Freedom Bill will replace local food truck health permits with a single statewide license issued by the Texas Department of State Health Services. The change is intended to create a more uniform health permitting system across Texas. Under the new system, food trucks are placed into 3 classification tiers based on how their food is prepared. Daniel Pena, who operates Chicago Cater's mobile trucks, says those classifications also determine how much vendors pay under the new statewide system.
We were doing $225 here, and now it's $1836. That's an 800% increase. That's just the health permit.
Pena says the tier system changes what vendors pay depending on their setup and argues food trucks should be treated more consistently.
We were all paying the same price. Why are we now paying different prices across the state? Why are they separating us that way when we're all mobile food trucks? Why don't we have one definite price for everything if you're doing the same health permit?
While the health permit is now standardized statewide, vendors must still obtain additional local permits depending on where they operate.
It doesn't take away your fire marshal permit. It doesn't take away your mobile vending permit or whatever the city labels you as. There's a lot more to it. It's just one permit that they signified.
Pena says the biggest impact could fall on vendors who don't travel between cities and are required to pay higher classification fees under the new system.
If you're stationary and you're stuck paying that Type 3 permit, and it went from $200 to $1,836, that's a big jump. Do you have $2,000 just to give away like that? We pay for fees, we pay for travel, we pay for fuel, we pay for all the permits just to go from one city to another city.
The Food Truck Freedom Bill takes effect July 1st, creating a single statewide health license for food trucks. Other local requirements still apply. Reporting from the South Side, I'm Jada Strayer, Chris 6 News.
A major search and rescue operation in Venezuela continues this morning as the death toll from two major earthquakes rises. I'm Ashley Glass with the headlines we're covering here at Scripps News. Two powerful earthquakes struck near the northern coast of Venezuela on Wednesday, causing major damage in the capital city of Caracas. First quake had a preliminary magnitude of 7.5, happened just 40 seconds after a 7.2 rocked the area. Some of Venezuela's largest oil refineries are located around this epicenter. Tsunami warnings were issued, and officials fear thousands of people could be dead. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in the Middle East this morning working with partners on the Iran deal. In Bahrain, Rubio met with the foreign ministers of the Gulf Cooperation Council member states. That discussion centering on the Strait of Hormuz. Earlier, he sat for a one-on-one meeting with the foreign minister of Saudi Arabia. U.S. Park Police released video of someone near the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool last Friday. They say they want the public's help identifying the person as they're working a destruction of government property investigation. They did not specify what they claim the person did. The video shows someone kneeling by the pool and reaching their hand into the water as others milled about.
You're watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
The story of our great nation can't be told fully without hearing the great many tales of the people, by the people, who have made it what it is today, including, of course, those who serve in our armed forces.
I'm a captain in the United States Marine Corps, and I'm an instructor pilot with Training Squadron 28.
Each with their own unique beginning, like Captain Roberto Swartzky, whose origin story is a vibrant and colorful reflection of our population itself.
So I was born in Honduras, and I was adopted when I was 6 months old, and I moved to New Jersey and lived there right until I went to boot camp.
As an immigrant, Captain Swartzky feels deep pride in this nation, and his choice to join the Marines was really no choice at all.
Not being from this country, I just kind of thought America gave me 18 good years. The original thought was, giving back 4 good years between friends.
But that 4 years,
I went to boot camp to be a musician,
turned into much more when his eyes drifted up from his sheet music and soared into the wild blue above.
I got to do a ton of ceremonies on the flight line, saw the jets at Miramar going faster, up at Pendleton seeing the helicopters, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That wandering eye forever changing the course of his already unique story.
And in the spring of 2012, I was accepted to the United States Naval Academy. I went to the United States Naval Academy Preparatory School in Newport, Rhode Island the next year after that, and I graduated from the Naval Academy in 2017 with a Marine contract to become an aviator.
Now, from the Naval Air Station in Corpus Christi, Texas, he is teaching the next generation of aviators how to defend our nation from above.
I never considered it a job. It's a labor of love, getting up every day, flying 2 flights, sometimes in the Texas heat, in hot aircraft, but it's something that I wanted to do.
And voluntarily giving back his time for enlistment means setting an example to those who have stories yet to be told.
It's something that I wake up excited to go do. I put on my flight suit. I have a 15-month-old at home. He gets to see Dad put on his flight suit and his boots and go out and teach our nation's most precious asset.
A nation of the people whose distinct stories make the U.S. as brilliant as it is. Reporting in Corpus Christi, I'm Clara Benitez Cortez.
Washington, we have a problem. President Trump abruptly canceling today's planned signing of that bipartisan housing bill, posting that he won't sign it until Congress passes the Save America Act, which is that controversial voter ID measure. Now, the Save America Act would require voters to prove they're citizens just to vote. It's already illegal, though, for non-citizens to do so under U.S. law. Federal judge today blocking Trump from enforcing that provision says it raises constitutional concerns. House Speaker Mike Johnson saying it will be signed, though, in the coming days.
You know, the window of time before, it just passed last night, right? So 10 days is my estimation. He'll do it within that 10-day window.
Now keep in mind, even if the president does not sign the bill by then, the law automatically takes effect after 10 days. A study from Bank of America finding most of you favor buying homes over renting these days, first time since 2023. Researchers say easing mortgage rates and optimism about prices are driving the shift. Survey shows more of you view home ownership as a better long-term investment compared to renting. Analysts caution, though, that affordability is still a challenge, especially for first-time buyers. Bank of America saying the change could signal stronger demand ahead. Applebee's bringing back its popular Dollaritas next month. Come July 1st, customers can get margaritas for just $1 at participating locations. Promotion was first introduced back in 2017. Seems that people love it. But it hasn't run in recent years. The offer is only available for dine-in guests.
Good morning, folks. I'm meteorologist Katie Frazier. Let's jump right into today's forecast. As we've been talking about, it is expected to be hot, and this is what it'll actually feel like when we talk about the air temperature plus humidity. By 10 o'clock this morning, already in the mid-90s for most of our communities, but we're going to take it up a notch from there. By 1 o'clock, lunchtime, you're heading out maybe on a lunch date, or maybe you got a business lunch to go to. We're talking triple digits for folks inland, but high 90s for places elsewhere. Going to be hot really all day long today. Not until after 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. That's when it'll feel a little cooler out, where I would recommend you could start doing some outdoor activities. Now, as far as winds, going to stay breezy over the next couple days. Looking at some potential marine hazards for us this weekend. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that. In the meantime, low 90s with feels like temperatures in the high 90s, low 100s.
With fireworks stands now open for the 4th of July holiday, here are a couple of reminders. You can legally buy fireworks, but they cannot be set off inside city limits. If you're caught, those fines can cost you thousands of dollars. Stands are allowed to open from June 24th to July 5th. The operator of this fireworks stand on Old Brownsville Road had some advice for his customers, too.
Make sure you tell these kids to be careful with the use of the product and know what you're doing it, and parents, please take a look on your kids while they're dealing with, even with the little things as sparklers.
Miguel Trejo says he made his first sale within 4 minutes of opening. The city of Mathis will hold its 4th of July parade this evening. Setup starts at 6:30 at the Mathis High School football parking lot. The parade will start at 7 on East San Patricio Avenue. It will end at North Hidalgo Street between HEB and Good and Crisp. Tomorrow, the festival grounds will open at 3 for vendors. Live entertainment will start at 5. The celebration will run until midnight. And with 4th of July festivities taking place all weekend long, you can expect to see street closures in the area as well. These closures start today and are expected to be in place until Sunday.
We are looking at some breezes later on today, but nothing that we can't handle. Really still going to be a quite fantastic day here across the coastal bend. 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts today. Could be a little stronger tomorrow, but still, we could definitely handle this. It's going to be a great day to head out to the beach. I mean, that is definitely something I would want to do. Low rip current risk for us today. Still looking at 2 to 4 foot waves. Water temperature pretty nice, especially when we compare it to these hot temperatures we'll be having. Here's what you could expect, though, as we move throughout the next several days. Low 90s, more of the same, as I mentioned. This is also very average weather for us this time of year. It will be humid, it will be muggy as well, but dry as far as showers go, aside from the stray sea breeze, shower, or storm. We'll be looking at some Saharan dust returning to the area next week. If it will cool us down, we'll let you know right here on Chris.
Right now on Chris 6, a string of attacks at Stripes is causing concerns, but we'll break down solutions city leaders are suggesting. Plus, new technology for Jim Wells County, the alert system to keep area residents safe during dangerous conditions, and how it's evolving. And dementia is affecting many Americans, how a new study is helping prevent some of the risk factors to slow or even prevent dementia. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Michelle Hoffman. Brian Hoffman will actually be in later tonight covering the DNC. Meteorologist Stephen Jones is off, but we do have Katie Frazier with a look at your forecast.
Good morning, folks. We are looking at a fantastic day here across the coastal bend. Although it will be hot and it will be a little bit breezy as well. This is a look at your wind forecast. Expecting those wind gusts between 20-25 miles per hour as we move throughout the afternoon. Again, this is absolutely a level that we can handle, but it will be a bit noticeable as you head outside. What also will be noticeable, of course, are the hot temperatures. This is what it actually feels like on your body because our air temperatures will be in the low 90s, high 80s. But what it feels like is more like high 90s, low triple digits as we move into the afternoon. So 1 o'clock, reaching those triple digits for our communities further inland. Along the coast, still high 90s, still pretty hot no matter where you're going today. 5 o'clock, still keeping those triple digits for our inland communities, still high 90s for folks elsewhere. And we're keeping the heat in throughout the next couple days. Really going to be a hot average week here in the coastal bend.
Heads up, Corpus Christi drivers, your commute may have some slowdowns in a few key spots, depending on your route, of course. First up, Staple Street and Everhart Road. Starting today through Monday, June 29th, lane closures will impact traffic at this busy intersection. The right turn lane from Staples onto Everhart is shut down, and westbound Everhart Road is also closed. Expect delays, especially during peak drive times. Detour signs are in place.
I'm Melissa Trevino with Jim Wells County officials who are encouraging residents to sign up for the Be Alert system. It's designed to keep citizens and local officials connected with real-time updates and important notifications during emergencies or disasters. For Jim Wells County resident Brian Burns, staying informed during emergencies is important. He remembers experiencing Hurricane Celia as a young child, long before emergency alerts could be sent directly to the phone in your hand.
Knocked down trees and everything. It was scary stuff. But of course I was real young.
Burns says today's technology can help keep people safe before dangerous conditions strike.
So I think it's a good idea to keep people alerted on, what the temperature is going to be and what's going to be the hottest time of the day. So those are good things, and for safety, especially, older, people and younger kids.
In 2024, I told you about HyperReach, an alert system for the county. However, it didn't work the way officials expected.
We lost a lot of customers with the HyperReach because they weren't able to edit the alerts. We shouldn't have to get an alert at 3 o'clock in the morning saying that there's going to be a heat advisory at 5 p.m.
The new Be Alert system allows users to receive customized notifications from weather threats to community events. It's a system that continues to evolve.
The beauty about this system is it's one system that you can sign up, whether you work in Orange Grove, live in Orange Grove, work in Alice, work in the county, anywhere, even in Fremont. No matter where you're at in the county, you can sign up, you can customize, and you can get the messages that are important to you as an individual.
Jim Wells County Emergency Management coordinators tell me that flexibility is one of the biggest advantages of the new platform. Users can select alerts for hail, strong winds, thunderstorms, tornado warnings, and flash flooding without receiving notifications they don't want. The alert system is free, and officials say it is a life-saving system straight to your phone. Reporting in Jim Wells County, I'm Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.
Good morning, I'm Del Walters. Here's what's happening today. The Labor Department set to release the new weekly jobless claims on Thursday. Last week reporting close to 226,000 new applications for unemployment. That's down roughly 4,000 from the week before. Analysts say the drop, though, still points to a stable labor market. A House panel set to take up the fight over conditions at that ICE detention center in New Jersey. All those claims from detainees that Delaney Hall is unsafe. They say they have been subjected to poor medical care and spoiled food. Homeland Security calls those claims false and politically motivated. Washington kicking off the Great American State Fair on Thursday, part of the nation's 250th birthday celebrations. The 16-day event on the National Mall features pavilions from every state and territory, exhibits, concerts, rodeos, and military flyovers. Some states, though, are skipping any official participation. Organizers, though, say all will still be represented.
Watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
I'm Stephanie Molina at City Hall, where Corpus Christi ISD is seeking approval to drill 3 water wells to support its facilities in case of an emergency. A public hearing was held here to give district leaders and the community a chance to weigh in on the proposal before a decision is made.
In May, CCISD applied for 3 water well permits through Corpus Christi Aquifer Storage and Recovery Conservation District. The wells are for Cabinet Sports Complex, Lexington Middle School, and Hamlin Middle School. The district says the water will help maintain their fields and serve as a backup option if the city enters severe water restrictions.
They let us know back several months ago, to prepare for this, and we want to be, proactive and not reactive.
CCISD says the water will be non-potable and will mainly support its middle school fields since high school campuses already have turf fields. The school district has 33,000 students and 5,000 employees. As a big employer of the city, they say they want to make sure students can still come to the school and fields despite the city going through a drought.
So when kids run on it, if you don't keep it, wet and stuff, then you have cracks and they can twist their ankle, and it becomes you also have a lot of ants and a lot of that activity too. So we do want to take care of our fields for the safety of our students.
With the city's level 1 water emergency plan now pushed back to September 2027, CCISD says the wells will provide an extra resource if water restrictions or an emergency situation arise. Corpus Christi Water COO Nick Winkleman spoke in support of the application during the hearing.
We also know with our collaboration with CCISD that they are operating under the best intent and will also manage the resource wisely and efficiently.
Winkleman also says they understand the Aquifer Storage and Recovery Conservation District will oversee the well production and make sure the appropriate rules are followed. Wednesday's hearing was part of the permit review process, and the applications will now go before the district's board for a final decision.
It is a vital resource both for our internal use and for our external use, meaning for activities, for cleaning, for irrigation, for drinking.
The district will have their regular meeting here on Friday at 2 p.m. to deny or approve these permits. At City Hall, I'm Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
The city of Kingsville will spray for mosquitoes today. Meanwhile, health officials are reminding you to dump standing water from buckets, flower pots, bird baths, and other containers. And don't forget your mosquito repellent when spending time outdoors. Something else that can help is keeping grass and brush trimmed to reduce places where mosquitoes can rest and hide.
Hey everybody, I'm Drew Bishop, and a string of violence at this Stripes in downtown Corpus Christi is causing concern for neighbors and city leaders. And more importantly, it's triggering the question, what can they do to fix it? Last week, we reported on an assault that happened in May at this downtown Stripes. An arrest was made, but it's not the only documented violent incident at this location. Multiple videos circulating on social media show a pattern of fighting outside the convenience store. I'm outside the North Water Apartments, which are right behind the Stripes, and I spoke to a neighbor who didn't want to go on camera, but told me his truck has been egged, damaged. He says that something is always happening down here, and it's usually not very good. When I showed city leaders the videos, they all agreed this needs to be fixed. But what solutions did they suggest?
I've been a really big proponent of police officers that make rounds on bikes.
It's very difficult for anyone to control that unless you have an officer out there or security.
Having undercover officers in regular clothing.
Work with the Corpus Christi Police Department and work with their Neighborhood Watch program.
So what is CCPD doing in response to these incidents? I met with Deputy Chief of Operations, Donald Moore, who says after making an arrest in the first incident, they're investigating another. But for police, 911 calls are more helpful than Facebook Reels.
They post on social media, but they don't call us. And if we don't know about it, aside from, being in the right place at the right time, it's hard for us to combat that.
Deputy Chief Moore says there's already a heavy police presence downtown. But after the mayor contacted them about the first incident, and more have popped up since, they're adding more resources to combat the violence.
Putting overtime officers on bikes, that's something else that's going to happen here pretty soon. We're already bringing our violent crime unit and our gang unit downtown, especially on weekends when we have bars and stuff like that and closings.
But CCPD is still telling residents, if they see something, say something.
For example, the poster of these videos, it's fine to post them on social media, but how about giving us a call so we can come down there and take care of it?
Reporting for Chris 6 News, I'm Drew Bishop.
And summer traffic relief is almost here for drivers on the JFK Causeway. Crews will wrap up scheduled bridge work on Tuesday. Until then, you can expect a few more daytime lane closures. The outside eastbound lane on the West Laguna Madre Bridge will close on Thursday. That same lane closes again on Monday and Tuesday, and at the entrance ramp from the mainland. But after Tuesday, there are no more closures planned now for the rest of the summer.
Think booking a hotel months in advance will help you save? Not necessarily. A new report finds many travelers are now finding great last-minute hotel deals and saving a lot of money. Downtown hotel, busy summer weekend.
I'm assuming we don't need the car anytime soon.
The prices can be sky high. Hannah Degger, in town for a Savannah Bananas game, hoped for a better deal.
It was a little higher than normal.
Even though she booked well in advance.
A few months, couple months.
But a new report shows waiting can pay off for late bookers like Ken Whitaker.
It was like a week ago. It was only a week ago.
The Hotel Price Index from Hotels.com says the sweet spot is 8 to 14 days before your stay, saving about 23% compared to booking 4 months out.
Now, there's some risk involved in that. So I always make sure that I have a refundable hotel booked. And then if I can beat it, great.
Melanie Fish with Hotels.com says travelers are using filters to get more for their money.
The filter that is really attracting people's attention is that budget filter. The use of it has gone up 1,800% this summer.
Also, filters tied to free parking, meal plans, or free breakfast.
They understand that the real cost is in the overall package of the stay, not just in the upfront price.
More ways to save. Start your stay on a Sunday, not Friday, the most expensive check-in day. Join hotel rewards programs and pick destinations with dropping rates like North Myrtle Beach, Las Vegas, Bozeman, Park City, and Siesta Key. Preet Kaur found even discount rates can add up.
It was about, I think, $250 for us because conference rate.
So hit that sweet spot and skip Friday check-in so you don't waste your money. John Mattery, Scripps News Group.
Health officials are warning that tetanus, once thought of something from our past, still poses a serious threat. The CDC reporting more than 400 cases and dozens of deaths over the last 15 years in this country alone. 4 of those cases involving children just last year. Tetanus lives in soil and can enter the body through cuts or wounds. The disease attacks our nervous systems, causing muscle stiffness, spasms, sometimes breathing failure. Doctors say the best protection is to be vaccinated with boosters every 10 years. They warn tetanus hasn't gone away, but it can be prevented. A study out of Stanford Medicine finding that severe nausea in pregnancy can signal higher risk for both mother and child. Researchers looking at more than 2 million births in California focused on women hospitalized for an extreme form of pregnancy that causes nausea and vomiting. The women were more likely to experience preterm birth, anemia, preeclampsia, and have smaller than expected newborns. Doctors say this condition is not just bad morning sickness. They say it deserves a closer look and earlier treatment. Doctors stress it is important to take the symptoms seriously. A new Intermountain Health study saying AI is proving to be a game changer in treating patients with COPD and asthma. Researchers finding that AI can help predict flare-ups earlier, allowing for faster interventions. The technology analyzes patient data in real time, spotting health trends that may be missed in routine checkups. Intermountain Health says this approach has already reduced hospital visits and improved patient outcomes.
Hey everyone, I'm Larissa Liska at Cabinets Field. The Corpus Christi FC Sharks professional soccer team had a slow start in their inaugural season of USL League One, but now they're riding a 3-game home winning streak. Give some credit to their fan section.
It all started with my daughter playing for the Sharks, so it comes from the heart more than anything else. Something you can't miss every time I could come out here. I would support them, and I'll bring my drums, and I'll make as much noise as I could.
Ricardo Cifuentes has been bringing the drums to games for 3 years, even when the Sharks played at a lower level. Now his goal is to inspire fans of all ages to come out and support by bringing his drums and flags.
Create our own chants and have fun with the Sharks and support our team like it should be, like in a real stadium right now. We're barely getting started, but it's the idea is to get to like the big stage.
The Houston Astros hit the road to take on the Toronto Blue Jays. In the first inning, Isaac Paredes hits a double to center field to bring Jeremy Pena home. Toronto answers back with a solo home run from Nathan Lukes. In the 8th inning, a bad throw to third base allows Joey Loperfido to score for Houston. Pena adds another run in the 9th with an infield single. The Astros hold on to win 3-1. The Miami Marlins hosted the Texas Rangers on Wednesday afternoon. Texas struck first in the 4th inning. Wyatt Langford launched a solo home run to deep center field. Miami answered right back in the bottom of the inning. Griffin Connie tied the game with an RBI double. The Marlins took the lead in the 5th on a single from Javier Edwards. Odo Lopez added a 2-run shot in the 8th. Miami beats Texas 4-2. The U.S. men's national soccer team is back on the field today for the World Cup. The Americans are guaranteed to advance to the next round after beating Australia 2-0. That victory secured the top spot in their group. It's also the first time since 1930 the U.S. won 2 games in the group stage. The team faces off against Turkey tonight in Los Angeles. Researchers estimate that 42% of Americans over age 55 will eventually develop dementia. While some risk factors like genetics can't be changed, others can. As Mandy Gaither explains, a new study is showing one particular change can slow or even prevent dementia.
It's a growing problem in the U.S. An aging population is expected to cause the number of new dementia cases diagnosed per year to double between 2020 and 2060, making prevention a top priority.
50% of dementia cases could be prevented or delayed.
Derek Salisbury with the University of Minnesota School of Nursing says a person's risk of dementia development is greatly impacted by 14 factors or lifestyle choices that can be changed, and 6 of them can be addressed by one thing: exercise. He says moving your body can prevent or delay dementia by cutting obesity, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, depression, high cholesterol, and physical inactivity.
If you are able to prevent the onset of dementia, you are able to live a life longer in quality years.
In the study, Salisbury and other researchers enrolled people 45 and older who were concerned about their memory and live in rural areas where it may be harder to access health care to take part in a telehealth exercise program.
We basically delivered a cycle, heart rate monitors, blood pressure cuffs, did a bunch of screening virtually for them.
After 3 months of exercise training, Salisbury says those who took part in the research showed improvements in aerobic fitness overall.
It's never too late to start.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Experts say aerobics exercises, strength training, and mind-body exercise all work to improve general cognition, executive function, and short-term memory. But he says for it to work, it needs to be an activity you actually enjoy. Find an exercise routine that works for you personally. The Parks and Recreation Department is teaming up with Reliant to give away free box fans this weekend. The curbside distribution runs from 10:30 in the morning until 12:30 in the afternoon. You can drive through the Greenwood Senior Center to get your fan. Organizers are also handing out snacks and family game packets. There is a limit of 1 fan per person and 2 fans per car. A second event will happen next month at the Lindale Senior Center. Corpus Christi city leaders want you to celebrate America's 250th birthday safely. The city will hold several events next Friday, including a food festival at Water's Edge Park and the mayor's Big Bang fireworks show at 9:30. There will be extra patrols downtown and on beaches, and first responders say leave the explosives to the professionals.
It is illegal to own or transport fireworks within the city limits, and that can be up to a $2,000 fine per package. So it's really not worth the risk of bringing them in.
Fireworks are allowed outside city limits. Just make sure you have a fire extinguisher nearby. And if you need a ride downtown next week, the Regional Transportation Authority will offer free shuttle rides to the festivities. The city of Mathis will hold its 4th of July parade this evening. Setup starts at 6:30 at the Mathis High School football parking lot. The parade will start at 7 on East San Patricio Avenue. It will end at North Hidalgo Street between HEB and Good and Crisp. Tomorrow, the festival grounds will open at 3 for vendors. Live entertainment will start at 5. The celebration will run until midnight. And with 4th of July festivities taking place all weekend long, you can expect to see street closures in the area as well. These closures start today and are expected to be in place until Sunday. Today's Mosquito Awareness Week drive-through will take place at the Oso Bay Wetlands Preserve and Learning Center. The event starts at 5. Corpus Christi ISD is looking to drill 3 water wells onto their facilities. The non-potable water would mainly support its middle school fields. The district will vote on it during their board meeting tomorrow afternoon. A string of attacks at a Stripes downtown is causing concerns. City leaders say something needs to change. CCPD says they are investigating the incidents. They add, if you see something, say something. A new state law will replace local food truck health permits with a single statewide license. The July 1st change is intended to create a more uniform health permitting system across Texas. There will be a curbside box fan distribution Saturday morning at 10:30. You can drive through the Greenwood Senior Center to get your fan. There is a limit of 1 fan per person and 2 fans per car. And there will be road closures in Mathis starting today. This will be for the city's 4th of July celebrations. That kicks off tonight with a parade at 7. Events will continue through the weekend.
Now, 20 minutes of nonstop news, sponsored by Ewald Kubota.
Today is one of those days I would highly recommend heading out to the beach or at least the pool. But if you're thinking about the beach, this is what you can expect. Looking at some breezy winds. It should be quite nice though. It'll cool you down as you head into the water. Now, sir, still looking at 2 to 4 foot waves. Maybe decent for some boogie boarding. Of course, that's something I always like to do. Low rip current risk for today, so a good day to take the kids out if you want. Of course, always keep your eyes on all your kiddos out there. Now, as we move throughout the next couple of days, though, winds are expected to at least stay the same or a little bit stronger. Looking at some 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts, maybe stronger for the weekend. That could be hazardous for any boaters going out this weekend. So if they issue any advisories, we'll be sure to let you know. In the meantime, though, expect those low 90s to continue each afternoon this week. It feels like temperatures in the high 90s, low 100s. And we will stay rain-free as well.